Can you describe what the biggest obstacles are for people preventing themselves from performing their best?
Oh, that one's easy. It's self-talk. It is the voice in our mind that lets us know what we have never done, as if that is the biggest barrier to what we cannot do. And so if I have a record or a tape or a CD or a download, I'm just trying to get all your generations who might be listening today. If I have something in my mind that says, hey, JW, you have never done this before. People need it done. You don't know how to do it. Maybe you should just slow down or stop. And so we'll talk very extensively about the different aspects of making my best better, making your best better. But the foundation of all of this, and this is tough. So for those of you who are listening, this may be your exit. I don't want to waste anybody's time. You got to wanna. You got to want for things to be different. You've got to want for things to be better. And I know everyone listening to this, you've self-selected into listening to this, you're all nodding your noggin up and down right now. I'm sure of it. Do you want it? So we should probably talk just a little bit about that as we get through this today. But as a bottom line at the bottom, the biggest barrier is the self-talk that says, I haven't done something in the past. Maybe that could be a barrier about how I won't be able to do it in the future. And I would love to be a force for changing that voice.
So how do we overcome this? Because this is a huge barrier. And I think certainly for younger people as well, I'm thinking about children, because in a lot of ways, they don't have the confidence, they don't have the track record of doing something new, or, it just seems to me that that could become their default.
Most people would not spend time with us if they heard out loud what we say about ourselves. So that's my first, I want to plant that seed. If people heard you talk to them about and how you talk about yourself, I wonder what they would say. Don't say that. That's not true. You're better than that. Oh, by the way, there were 3 things that had to be said in order for them to say those 3 things. If any of your friends have ever said, don't think that way, that was your indicator that there's some self-talk that came out, and you realize you're censoring what comes out. This is my symbol for a filter. We will not say out loud the verbatim words that are in our own mind. So here's a tactic. I call it overwrite. Overwrite. You grab a pen, you grab a piece of paper. Someone's going to say, can I do this with typing? No, it's overwrite. Anyway, you just start writing. So you can do this on a 3x5 note card. You can do this on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And what I do is I write what I think. I just write what I think. And I allow myself to literally write what I think. I challenge myself to write the crap, to write the terribleness, to write the good, to write the amazingness. I get from the top left in English, we write, to the bottom right, and then I turn the page 1 to the left. I overwrite perpendicular to all the sentences, and I go deeper, I go darker, I go lighter, I go higher. I turn the page. I start again. I overwrite. I go deeper. I go darker. I go lighter. I go higher. By the time I get to 4, I can read nothing that I wrote, but my mind saw the words show up on the page. My challenge to you is write what you say to yourself, for real. Write what you say to yourself about your life, about your love, about your legacy. Write what you write to yourself about how you work, how you work out, and what you wish. But most of us spend our lives censoring what we say out loud, and I don't know what percent that is. I know it's not everything. Why don't we just say that? It's not everything.